Alrighty, hello and welcome to the 2025 OpenMarch update. March for OpenMarch was a very significant month as far as like company progress. First of all, if you notice the hoodie I'm wearing, we now have our very first merch line, which is, first of all, this is my favorite hoodie now because we spent a lot of time picking a hoodie that was as comfortable as we could possibly make it at like a reasonable price. We didn't want to pay like $60 for a raw hoodie. So this is like we spent a lot of time trying to find a hoodie that people would want to like actually wear, and this is sort of where we ended up. And we spent a lot of time figuring out like with the shirts, with the hoodies, and all of this, like what people would actually want. So if you want to support this project and you've like been on the fence about like I don't really know if I want to donate to the Patreon, I don't know if I can develop, well, buying merch is really the most direct and like impactful way that you can not only one like wear your support for this product or for this company or for this project, whatever you want to call it, but it also is one of the best ways to just help us financially. We have a lot of plans that we want to do as far as like features that we want to implement, like services that we want to create, and more merch that we want to make. We want to go to booths. We want to go to DCI shows. We want to go to WGI shows. We want to go to like BOA shows. Like we want to do all these things, and all of which to help deliver this mission of a free drill designing world, or just a better future for designing marching shows. And buying our merch and contributing to this and getting some stuff is really the best way for you to do that. And it really does help us a lot. Every single purchase really, really means a lot. So yeah, we tried to make merch that you would feel very, very confident wearing or very just comfortable wearing, like stuff that you could wear every day. I love these stickers. I have this on my laptop already. So yeah, like it's I'm super I love wearing it myself just because it's really comfy. And I really hope a lot of you like it too. Again, if you want to support this project, this is the best way to do it. Add over as far as like software goes. This was sort of an interim update uh, as we figure out. I'm not like as we figure out the new music system. I'm not ankle deep in the new music system. I'm not knee deep. I'm not waist deep either. I would say I'm like belly button deep into the new music system. I this is actually like my third take doing this video because I kept going on a rant about how I want to organize it, and I just don't think that's very important for this update right now. But the TLDR is this new music system that we're making is going to solve a lot of problems. One, it's going to make importing music just way easier. So like you don't have to use a music XML, but you can if you want. It's going to make editing the tempos afterwards way easier, but it also hopefully will address the concern of eventually of curved pathways and having more customization on where you can put your marchers, because currently you can only do that on pages. And so if we divide everything up at the beat level, which is what we're thinking of for music, then we don't need to worry about tempos everywhere, and we can keep track of things on a second space system. Like each beat has a duration, but we can that's going to be something that I'm going to get into next month, because there's very much still a lot of planning that I need to do on it, and a lot of it is trial by fire. So let's get into what has actually happened this month. So like I said, it's really not a gosh dang it, it's really not a ton of stuff that is significant to the end user, but as far as stuff that is helpful for you, it's not nothing, and I do want to share it because I think it was good. So one, there is a version checker that automatically notifies you when an update is available, and users can skip the version if they want to. So here, let me show you an example. So here we have OpenMarch, as we all know it. If I change the version to like, let's go to like an old version, like 0.0.5, let's say. Electron is OpenMarch is relaunched. Come on. Oh, there it was. There you go. New version available, and it says this is the current version that is available to the this is the version that is currently available to the public. Version 0.0.7, and you get like latest installer, and it's detecting that I'm using Mac OS, so you can do the latest installer for Apple Silicon, latest version for Intel Mac, and like every time you refresh, it's gonna keep popping this up. So maybe you're like, I don't really care, like I'm sure these fixes are cool. Skip this version. Now refresh, doesn't show up anymore. But this notification is still up here where you can click on it and do all of this. So that's super helpful because really the only way to find out about a new version was these YouTube videos or Discord or something. And then if we go back to 0.0.8, shut up, bro. Then boom, 0.8, the version notification is gone. And we're good. So the next thing that we are doing, or that I'm going to show you, is automatic error and bug reporting. I'm not going to go too much into detail with this because I don't think a lot of you care, but something that happens very often in the Discord is people are going to be like, I'm getting this bug or something's happening, and I'll be like, okay, can you show me your console, show me your logs, and they'll like find an error, and they don't send me all of it, or they don't really know what they're to send me, and it's no one's fault, like it's just confusing, and so rather than like wait, and some people I'm sure like are like, this is annoying, I'm not even gonna like bother reaching out to anyone, and that's fine. But now we have a way to collect these logs automatically, which is super, super nice. And we now have this disclaimer: you agree to the collecting of anonymous error logs and crash reports. And that's again like something that is very common on a lot of software, and it's going to be very helpful to see what issues are popping up. Like every time a new error like shows up, I get a notification about it. And I see how many times it's happening, to what kind of user it's happening, if it's only happening on Windows users, stuff like that. And that's through this service called Sentry. If you're curious, you can look them up. They're very cool. Yeah, it's like this application performance monitoring or something. I don't know. You were gonna like see a bunch of stuff. Okay. So yeah, that's there. Manual feedback reporting. This is another thing that we can do. So if we like open this, you can click report a bug, and this modal, screen only. This modal pops up here. It's kind of easier to see in the light version. It's something I should fix. You can report a bug. You don't have to put your name. You don't have to put your email, but it helps me to figure out like what's happening, and you can be like, what went wrong? What did you expect? You can kind of type whatever you want in here. I think if you submit a message like this, it'll show up as spam, but you can send that and it'll be like, thank you for your report. So that's just something that's nice for me if a user is experiencing something and they don't want to like log on to Discord and figure out what's happening, and I don't understand why this is happening. And that's just nice for me to have that collected and in one place. In a similar vein, next to this report a bug thing, we have tips and tricks, which is sort of just this is eventually going to be a much more mature page, but it's kind of just like hey, these are the guides on our website. We have like getting started, troubleshooting, performance issues, all of these things. And another issue, oh my gosh, this is the biggest part of this update, in my opinion. I finally figured out what is causing all of the performance issues. I think I figured out what is causing all the performance issues. Basically, I was saving. There's like, if you go into, let me hide my screen for a second. If you go into your application support folder, at least this is on Mac OS. Hold on, trying not to dox myself. A-M-A-A-G, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. There we go. Okay, so if you go into your OpenMarch, this is users, OpenMarch, users, your username, application support. There's this file called config.json, and usually No, gosh dang. It's to open in Xcode. There's this file where it just has like lockx, theme, light, like selected March ID, selected page, like all of these like very light things, like where the path to the current database is, all that stuff. There was a line of code that was saving your entire database file to this JSON in text format. And basically, if you don't really know what that means, it means that this file currently is 190 bytes. That's like all this text right here, not a lot of data at all. It was getting to like hundreds of megabytes because I was saving this thing. And that meant every time the main process was trying to do something, it was rereading this file over and over and over and over again. And so it got super, super, super slow. And I'm wondering if that is why a lot of people had trouble launching it on Windows. I'm hopeful that that's the reason that was happening. The other thing is in the same folder, if you delete this cache folder or this code cache folder, a lot of performance issues sometimes let up, and they just go away. And I think that might be some issue on my part or something that I'm recording that I really shouldn't be, or like some data that I'm saving that I shouldn't be. Like maybe there's just some old database data that is getting stored in that folder. But basically, like that should hopefully fix a lot of the like egregious performance issues. There's still like optimization that needs to be done, but like that was the egregious stuff. Anything else? Button to close. Oh yeah, that was something you saw. You can like now close the file. That was by one of our new contributors. Very, very nice. Thank you for that. John is his name. Okay, that was awesome. Thank you for doing that. Launch. Yeah, there was some other Buggy launch code and that. Yeah, and then you might notice the install experience on Mac OS is just a little bit more polished. Again, I'm gonna do me only face front. If you choose to use if you choose to download the macOS version, you'll see that it looks like this now, and you can drag and drop to applications right there. Thank you to our graphic designer, Ben, for making this. He's actually had this ready. Oh, wow, look at that. I didn't know that was there. Wow, check that out. Thank you to our graphic designer, Ben, for making that. Oh yeah, he's had this done for a while. I just needed to do it. Yeah. So TLDR, not a. If you're hoping for a music update, it's not here yet. I'm working on it. I promise. If you want to show support for this project, not just donating on the Patreon, but now purchasing our merch, showing OpenMarch swag showing some OpenMarch swag is the best way to do that. I can't express enough how directly that helps us. Not even just in like a financial way, but like in an open source project like this, a lot of the currency that we work on is intrinsic motivation. And so when we feel like we have a community of people that are really uplifting us and supporting us and wanting us to succeed, it helps us that much better push ourselves to go into that extra gear and make an amazing product. Not saying that I'm not saying that I don't want to work on this. Like I love working on OpenMarch. I love doing all of this, but if you can see from the bags under my eyes, I get tired like any other human. So the best way you can help this project is by showing support in any way that seems productive to you. Because when you do that, and we can see it, and as a team we can see it, it helps us understand that this is something that people really want, and we're not just coding something into the ether. Because if we feel like we're just coding something into the ether, then we're like, is this really even that worth it? But I can't express enough for the people who have shown support, whether it's through words or through donations or through buying merch. I feel very gracious that that you've said that. Like for example, I teach at indoor drumline shows, and a few guard directors came up to me and they're like, "We use OpenMarch right now. Like the show we're about to perform has that, and people have heard of it, people are using it, and that feels amazing." And reminders like that really keep me going, and it's just it's something that is really really amazing to see. So yeah, especially as the indoor season lets up and the brass band competitive season lets up, I'm personally going to have a lot more time to work on this project, and I'm very excited to get the new music system out to you guys so you can try it out, play with it, and I hope to have this in really good shape for the outdoor season in the fall, so people can write for the outdoor season in the fall. Yeah. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach out to me at alexdumo@openmarch.com. You can join our Discord and yell at me for a bug that's happening. Ask me a million times if curved pathways are going to come. They're on the way. It's just hard. Yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you next month.